What's going on, everybody? James here, RedemptionAgency.com, 23 years selling full-time on eBay. And I'm going to change things up. I feel Monday is I gave a lot of numbers last Monday. So I wanted to change it up this week. And so on Sundays, I'll do how the store's grown. And then Monday we'll do like the week numbers, the average per day type of thing, like normal. So I figured I'd move the growth to a Sunday and do a separate video. But I also decided to do it in a different way where you can see it. Because seeing the numbers is sometimes easier to process than hearing them. When you hear them, they're just all kind of jumbled together. So if you're watching this video and you want to know the numbers and read along with me, go open a separate tab, go into my YouTube channel or my Facebook page, and go to the posts comment or post on YouTube. I think that's what it's called now. They changed it from community to posts. So click on post, and the first, well, depending on when you're watching this, scroll to the business stores growth post that I put up. Facebook, you can just go to my page and look for it there, and business store growth. So I'll give you a second to go there, and then we'll start reading through this. So I'm just going to keep, basically it's just to hold myself accountable every week to make sure I keep the store growing. For me, I'm more worried about the numbers because I'm the volume game, right? And I have the merchandise. So the dollar will come. So I'm not worried about the dollar. I'm more worried about the number of items. Because when it comes down to the end of the day, you know, the number of items, whether that's what you have in front of you or that's what you need to go out and source, the number of the items is what matters the most. You know, the dollar amount depends on your style of, you know, sourcing. So that's going to be whatever you set it up to be, however you source. I source anything and everything, so that number doesn't matter to me. But if it did, or if I was caring about that number, it is what it is because of the way I source. So, and the way I choose to list those. So, if you should be there by now. Now it says business store growth, listings of listed items above average sold. So that means, you know, I sold the number of items, and this was the growth on top of it. It says the week of the 16th through the 22nd, but it's more like the 17th because we did last week. I think we did it on the Monday, so I am missing a day here, but that's all right. Next week will be 7 days total. So the media store dollar value is at $433,146. That is up $1,735 from last week. And the number of items is 55,134, and that's up 99 items from last week. When we get to the bottom here, you'll be able to do the math and see how many items I actually sold, or how many items I've listed. This is just 99 is what is above what actually sold also. So we'll get to that at the bottom. The clothing store, $249,364. That's up $1,110 in value. For number of items, 21,677, and that's up 94 items. Total together, both stores together, $682,510 for the total value. Again, that is with the 20% sale running. And that is up for the week, $2,845. Now, what I would like, if I'm going to do numbers and such, the best goal is to 3 times your last week total. Like, if you sold $2,000 worth, the goal should be to get $6,000 worth of stuff listed. That's real growth. Is that doable for me? Let me see when it comes down to the number of items. and see how many I sold last week and compare it. So the number of items total 76,811 items, and that's up 193 items across the board. The media store sold. We don't need to go over that here. You can look at it if you want, but I'll have the numbers tomorrow on Monday's video, which will be more, which will include the weekend. So, but as of right now, we can look at the number of items sold. 288 items sold on the media store, which was down, and 123 items sold on the clothing store, which is down. So on top of the 193 items I listed, you can add that to the 288 and the 123, and that's how many items I listed last week total. So let me get that, because the goal is 100 a day, you know, on the low end. But like I said, there is a day missing here. So that's 193 plus 288 plus 123. So that's only 600. Well, that's 100 a day, technically, because it's only 6 days. So divide that by 6, and we're basically at 100 per day. That's where I want to be on the low end. So let's see, it's 2, 3. So that's about 400 items sold last week. To 3 times that would be 1,200 items. So I basically have to double, which is doable. That would be 200 a day, which can be done if but like I said, I'm trying not to, it's not that I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to make sure I got other priorities first. Like I ship during the week now, so that's an added extra. Plus I want to make sure I go out and exercise this summer. So I'll shoot for 200, but I'm happy with 100. That's the way I'm looking at it, because I want to get myself back into, I want to put myself first when it comes to my health and working out, getting out, enjoying the sun this summer. Because I rode my bike one time last year to exercise, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable by any stretch of the imagination. And I used Pee Wee as the excuse, trying to get his seizures under control. But now that they're pretty much handled to a certain extent, I'm going to make sure that I get out and do my exercising. So 100 a day on the low end, shoot for more, of course. But I would suggest, like, if you got a smaller store than me, you don't have the numbers sold that I do, shoot to 3 times each week to grow your store efficiently. That's what these offer declines. I don't care if an offer is declined. I just sold another big lot. Sales today are pretty rocking. In the clothing store, I had another person, might be the same one as last time, come in and bought 18 hats from me, all the solid colors, blank hats. What did they spend last time? I don't even know. This time it was a order worth, whoops, I'm in the wrong store. I just had a lot sell on the media store also. So just somebody came in, bought the blank solid color hats, the unbranded stuff that I grabbed that nobody else will grab, spent $110 on those hats. I love the volume game. Like I said, if it's not for you, if you don't have the space, if you don't have the systems in place to list quickly, or you don't have the willpower to list quickly, or you just don't want to, would I recommend picking them up? No. But it's part of my game, and it pays off at times. I don't remember how many they bought last time. If it's the same, let me see if it's the same person. Let me copy the name. If I can copy it without having to click on anything. There we go. Let me see if it's the same person that bought all those hats last time. It looks like it is. Yes. So last time they spent $75. No, because they got two other hats too. So 75, 80, 90, 100, 105. 105 plus 109. So they've spent over $200 on nothing but the plain unbranded hats. How beautiful is that? My guess would be it's somebody who probably does crafts or something and decorates them or something like that, would be my guess. Because I remember getting an email a while ago, I don't know if it's the same person, saying they want to buy some blank hats so that they can dress them up or whatever. So I'm guessing that is the same person, but yeah, all she bought is all blank hats from me. So it's a beautiful thing. So so Sunday morning, we're going on 11 a.m. right now, and that store, clothing store, is at $203, and then my media just got another lot that sold. I sold a couple since I last looked. A cassette lot and a vinyl lot. So that store is at $200. So what was the other one? 100? No, 200. So I'm at $400 at 11 a.m. on Sunday, and that's where I should be. That feels like a normal Sunday. Hopefully it will end that way, or not cut off, I should say. Yesterday numbers. Let me see what we did yesterday. And then this is the media store. Any international? No international sales on the international websites. So the media store yesterday, we did $495. So close to the 500 that I want to hit every day. That's up 27% from the day before. And then over here on the clothing store, not quite, $340. So a total of $835 yesterday. So that was good to see. I was worried we were going to get like a Friday episode where things were off. That was up 30% from the day before. I did yesterday get a couple of customers who said they can't accept the offers. Was it accept the offer? No, they're trying to send an offer, and it kept airing out because they emailed me, and I go, that's a glitch on eBay. I'm sorry. What we can do, because us as sellers used to be able to send offers to the buyer, and they actually said, can you send me the offer? I'm trying to send it, but it keeps airing out. But of course, with the new message system, the option's still there on an email, if you get it through an email, to send an offer, but it won't because the new message system's not set up that way. So it will not send them an offer. So as a seller, we can't sell. That was one option that's been taken away from us since the upgrade, if you want to call it an upgrade. So I went to the message board. Let me see if anybody responded yesterday on eBay and complained about it. I go, because it's been an open ticket since February 18th, but as you know, it's been a problem for 6+ months. So I put, is this ever going to be fixed? I'm tired of losing money. Let me see if, and nobody's responded to it. Still waiting for offers to be fixed. I put, I am still getting customers who get the error message when trying to send an offer. I still have issues when trying to accept some offers. This has been an open ticket since February and has been a problem for an easy 6 months. Is this ever going to get fixed? Because I'm tired of losing money. So, makes you wonder if it's ever going to be fixed. But hey, I would say with the strong sales so far today that the average per day will probably be beaten tomorrow. The number we're looking to beat is $783 a day. That was last week. So we're looking to beat that. So if the day keeps going, we should probably be over $800, I would think. Guess you can do the math if you want to on the numbers I put out there, right? Or did I put the sales? No, I didn't put the sales. Yes, I did. But this won't be exact because it's missing a day. Yeah, I ain't going to do the numbers because I think it's missing, or is those, we'll get to those numbers tomorrow for sure. We'll keep that normal. And then on the end of this thing, I'm going to try to do this every week so it's in my face and I can see, compare it. I'm also putting YouTube for the week because the way I look, and I've said this before, I think as a reseller, not even as a reseller, as a business owner, period, social media should be part of your business plans. And from here on out in life, just because social media is such a huge, platform to get customers into your store. And if you're solely online, I mean, social media is online. So no matter what you're doing, how what business you're running, but especially resellers, start a YouTube channel. Just do videos. Do whatever, you feel like doing that's going to make you happy. But when you're true and you're enjoying it, you're going to get people to follow. You're going to get people who want to be a part of your community. The more time that goes on, the more I'm really understanding that those of you who watch my video just enjoy being a part of my journey, my life, whatever, and making it just a big community. And the more time goes on, the more I'm really seeing that picture and understanding it. Because I always looked at it before as like a family as opposed to a community, family and friends type of thing. And so I'm trying to break it down more to understand it better in order to be more creative with it, if you will. I watch the other people and they have, I did the trading card thing and so many people bought into that. So I keep saying this and I haven't done series 2 yet. I need to start series 2. But then you have, the communities, and not just resellers. I'm talking about everybody on YouTube, like, the communities that they build and, selling t-shirts and whatever the case may be. And just, and that's why the more time that goes on, the more and more I want to do the lives, but I really want to have them structured because I feel that is a key component to community, is talking directly with the people. And that's what a live, allows you to do, unlike just listening to me talk and respond to messages. So it's more personal. So the more time goes on, I'm getting more understanding and more of a feel for YouTube. So I want to put the money there too as kind of a motivation to keep YouTube moving forward also. So, all right. This morning I've been listening to cassettes, so I'm going to get back to that. And I got all this media here that the pictures are taken for to get listed, as well as other stuff over here, clothing and toys and hats and such. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think all the numbers are fixed. All right. That's it. All right. back to work. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.